Hi, thanks for coming to listen to my talk about our exciting projects. As the title says, we're hunting high-grade gold deposits in West Africa. That's a disclaimer that I encourage you to read if you can't sleep. We're named after the Mako shark for any ambiguity. Resolute is our largest shareholder. They just recently bought out the Mako deposit in Senegal. That has nothing to do with us, even though they're our largest shareholder. We're named after the Mako shark because we move fast like our namesake and are a very careful yet successful hunter. We're ASX listed, Brisbane based in Australia. We're focusing on our Côte d'Ivoire project, and we have a very strong board and management, and myself and the general manager exploration each have 30 years experience, over 30 years experience in global exploration, and well over 10 years of that in West Africa. So just to let you know that we think we know what we're doing. As I said, our good board and management, pretty well everybody there has very strong African experience. You can see where our two projects are. We have one project in Burkina Faso and our flagship project in Côte d'Ivoire. We're parking our Burkina project. I'll explain the reasons for that a little bit later on. So we're advancing our Napié Project in Côte d'Ivoire towards resource, and we think it has the potential to show multi-million ounces, and you'll understand why. We've got a very good track record in West Africa, which is why Resolute came on as a cornerstone investor in our IPO. You can see they own 15% of us. Board and management have just under 14%. We've got a lot of skin in the game, which is, we have the same goals as the rest of the investors. At the end of December, we had 1.4 million in the bank, and we've got a market cap of a little bit higher than what this says. Our share price is a bit higher right now. Only 100 million shares on issue. You can see why we're in West Africa. The red dots, there's over 70 plus 1 million ounce gold deposits in West Africa, and 40 of those are over 3 million ounces. So some big elephants to find. The big ones are the ones in red here. You can see where our two projects are, and on the right-hand side of that map, you can see our previous discoveries when we were with Orbis Gold that got taken over by Semafo in 2015. Our flagship project, first I'll talk about why Côte d'Ivoire is so great. It's underexplored. It's got over 35% of all the Birimian greenstone in West Africa. It's a stable mining friendly government. And modern mining code came out in 2014. Low corporate tax, less than Australia, and very modern infrastructure. Just to give you an idea on our permit, we have a bitumen road, a river, and a hydroelectric line. All the ingredients if we put a mine into production. Our flagship project is a Napié project that you see, the little red square rectangle more or less. That's a farm-in joint venture with Perseus Mining. We can earn up to 75% by taking that to feasibility. We've already earned 51% and are the operator on that. We've also got two permit applications that I'll talk to in a little bit. You can see the scope of the permit, over 30 kilometers north-south. And you can see the outstanding results we've gotten already, 36 meters at 3 grams, 28 at just under 5 grams, 25 at 3.4, and so on. Very consistent, wide intercepts. You can see that we've outlined 4 prospects on the project. So what our goal is on the Tchaga Prospect that you see highlighted in red, we plan to announce a resource later this year on it. Once we announce a resource on that, we'll go to scoping study and then start adding ounces 6 kilometers to the south on the Gogbala project that you see circled in blue. Right now we're doing a 1,500-meter drill program, 500 meters diamond. We'll get the results back from that. That'll help us understand the structure a little bit better, and then we'll move on to the RC program. So the results from the diamond are expected in early March. You can see that we've outlined mineralization over a strike length of 1.4 kilometers. I've already talked about the grade assays on there. You can see them for yourself. Over 50% of our drill holes drilled to date have intercepts over 5 gram meters, and many of them over 10 gram meters. One thing that we've done to be proactive, we've already done our preliminary met test, and both sulfide and oxide came back over 94%. Now, I'll back up here and show you the section labeled AB. You can see where we're focusing is that fault on the right-hand side. The mineralized zone is kind of outlined in pink. You can see those consistent wide intercepts as you go down dip. So what we're currently doing on the left-hand side of that photo, you see an RC drill hole, and then we're diamond tailing that to go to 200 meters depth. So far, mineralization's been outlined to 120 meters. The object of that diamond drilling is to give us good structural information, as well as to make sure that mineralization carries on at depth. You can see in that photo that the mineralization is pretty obvious. You can even see it in the drill chip cuttings. So it's albite, sericite, and iron carbonate associated with pyrite. So it really tells us if we're in the right zone, and when we hit that, we know that we're in the sweet zone, and that that's what's going to give us those big wide values. Now, this is the prospect that I was talking about, 6 kilometers to the south of the Tchaga Prospect. So once we've outlined the resource on the Tchaga Prospect, we'll go down there and add some more ounces. You can see we've already got in only 24 holes outlined over 2 kilometers. We've already got some pretty significant results, 12 meters at 5.5, and then some high grade in there, 2 meters at just under 17 grams. So very prospective. It's not very hard to conceptualize over that 30-kilometer permit, several pits that outline multi-million ounces and at a pretty decent grade. We've also applied for 2 permit applications. I usually don't use nearology, but it just so happens that they're within spitting distance of the Tongan mine. We all know that they'll be looking for new feed soon, so a very good location. The reason we identified those is because it's got that greenstone granite contact and along a regional fault. So the northern permit's got 10 meters of contact, 10 kilometers of contact, and the southern one's got 7 kilometers of contact. So we're hoping to get those granted fairly quickly. I'll talk briefly about our Burkina projects. It's gotten a little bit of bad press lately because of the jihadist activity there. We're going to park it for now, even though we've got good results, mainly because we're advancing our Tchaga Prospect to resource stage. You can see that we made a discovery on that last year. In that 2 kilometer by 1 kilometer artisanal site, we put 7 drill holes in that. 6 of them had significant drill results. I'll draw your attention to the furthest one in the southeast. It had just 1 hole. It had 24 meters at just under 3 grams, 24 meters at 2 grams, 22 meters at 2 grams, and another 21 meters at 1 gram. So very prospective along a 7-kilometer soil anomaly. But right now, we're just parking that, and then we're focusing on getting that resource out on the Tchaga Prospect in Côte d'Ivoire. We use GeoDrill as our driller of choice, and because we were a little bit low on cash, we had 1.4 million at the end of December. We struck a drill for equity agreement with them. This is a short-term solution to stretch our dollars, and so we pay 50% of our drill costs in shares and the other 50% in cash. So to sum up, upcoming news, we should be getting our diamond drilling results in early March. We're hoping to announce a resource at the end of this year, and just stay tuned, get on our website, and if you want to follow us, just get on our website and subscribe to us. Thank you very much.